how to handle problems in your construction business. Now, I've got a very easy system to work with to help you guys out, and I know some of the problems that you come against all the time because I've been there, done it myself. I've got the t-shirt. I've been in the construction industry for nearly 20 years. So if you don't know me, my name is Dean Barton. I'm going to really help you out today with handling problems. Now, when you're in business, you can get your head muddled with all different things you've got to do and responsibilities and problems and issues. And it's hard to know what to do for the best. The simplest way to look at things is whenever you've got a problem, and the biggest problem in this industry that I know a lot of you have the challenge of at some point is cash flow. It's the money in the business. At the end of the day, money makes the world go round. Money makes a business thrive. When you've got cash in a business, you've got options. No cash, you've got a lot of big problems. If you can't pay people, people aren't going to work for you. If clients don't pay you and you're out of cash, you're out of business. So it's a major, major problem. Now, what a lot of people do is they just purely look at the problem and go, we've got a lack of cash flow, we've got a lack of cash flow, got a lack of cash flow. And that story goes over and over again in your head, and you're not really doing anything about it. So what you always need to do, whatever problem you face, whether this is business or life, you have to go, right, that is the problem, but what is the root cause of that problem? And the root cause of this problem is likely going to be your pricing. You're probably pricing too cheap. You're probably not allowing or adding on the right level of profits on the job. So if you've missed that part, it doesn't matter what you do. If there's no money in the physical work you're doing, you could be a wizard and you're still not going to make money at the end of the business cycle. You've got to get the pricing stage correctly locked on. But then maybe you're not running the jobs right. Maybe you've priced it in a particular way and you're not actually running the jobs to how you price the work. So you think you're making money at the front end, but in reality it's not actually being delivered. So you've got a delivery problem. But maybe you're not tracking costs. Maybe things are just getting beneath you. Maybe you've allowed, let's say, £100 for one material, but you end up spending £200 on one material, but you're not tracking that. You're not seeing, right, where are we going wrong? Because if you don't track your jobs as you deliver them, you can't get better at pricing, and you could be making the same mistake over and over again, and you keep pricing in the same way. You're not allowing the right costs that are accurate for doing the job. It's hell-bent in this industry that people overestimate how long it's going to take to do work. You typically estimate how long it would take you to do the work, and then in realities on site it takes longer, and just the whole operation of the different trades working together, you underestimate materials and labour, and if you're not tracking that, you're not going to know that. But then equally, you might have the wrong clients, and this is something people don't really talk about, is that the wrong clients, you might price correctly with money on, but you've got the wrong clients that won't pay. Because we all know there's different levels of the market. There are EasyJet clients, there is Emirates first class clients. Massive difference. Someone's willing to pay £30 to go to Spain, someone else is willing to spend 10 grand to go first class to Dubai or Malaysia or somewhere exotic like that. Different clients in every industry, every business is exactly the same as well. So whether you are fitting kitchens, you've got cheap clients, you've got high-end clients. Whether you're doing a roof on a house, you've got someone who lives in a one-bed maisonette that needs a roof repair in any way, cheapest way possible, and you've got someone that needs re-roofing of their 8,000 square foot absolute palace like mansion that they live in. So your clientele is a big issue, which the issue from that is actually going to be your marketing. And I know that a lot of people do not market. This industry is rife for below average marketing or zero marketing. No one knows who you are, so you cannot attract the right good clients, which means there's a lack of cash flow. And this is the way to do this. You've got to understand, right, okay, this is the problem, but what's the root cause and what's the stem of that problem? Is it something like your pricing, the running of the jobs, the tracking, or the wrong clientele? You're not actually marketing yourself right. Maybe it's your sales ability. You have got to be brutally honest. If you are shit at selling yourself and your company, that's why there will be a lack of cash flow, because you're not selling enough work, you're not selling enough jobs. At some point, all of these things are a massive factor that come into cash flow. You don't just run a business and by default have issues with cash flow. It's how you're running the company. And what you need to do, if you know, for example, it's your pricing that's off, you know you're not charging the right prices, that is all you need to focus on, is that. Once you do that, this will start improving. If you just focus purely on this, nothing's going to improve. You have to break down, right, where are we going wrong? And you need to improve on that area. Whether you need to pay someone to help you understand that and get better at that, you need expert help, or you need a professional's opinion. It's a bit like buying a home. You wouldn't do it without a solicitor. You pay an expert to help you. And whatever this is, you need to find the right expert to help you with this. And what I find is a lot of business owners try and do everything themselves, and they become a bit of a jack of all trades, master of none. And you're going to end up in trouble. You're not going to get massive traction. Whereas if you get the right help in whatever area you're in, you're going to get a lot more traction, a lot more growth, and a lot quicker. Sitting there with a lack of cash flow is not the answer. It's solving the root cause of the problem. Now, what I want to do is to make this easier for people to understand, because I like to make things nice and easy for people, is that let's say it's you. Let's say it's you as a person. Let's say you are currently overweight. Everyone can relate to fitness and how you look and you know how you hold yourself. But let's say you're overweight. Putting it bluntly, let's say you are fat. You know you are massively overweight. And everyone can relate to this. Your problem is not massively being overweight. You didn't wake up one day just being massively overweight. You have probably got a food problem. Probably eat too much. Realities of it. Is it that you're eating too much food? You might have an alcohol problem. You might have a social peer group problem. Like you hang out with the wrong people who lead you down the wrong path all the time. You might have an addiction to sugar, let's say. And if you're in this industry, you might undereat all day and then come home and stuff your face. So your timings are off and it's stemming you into things like this. And you might do things like drugs and you have ups and downs and you're all over the place and you're out of control. Everyone can relate to that. You don't just wake up being overweight. It's the same thing personally as well. You've got to identify, where do you go wrong all the time? You're not tracking food, you're eating too much. Are you a big drinker? Are you hanging out with the wrong people that lead you down a path? You end up going out with people, you don't want to drink, you don't want to eat a load of shit, but you hang out with these people and they lead you down that path. Have you got an addiction to sugar? Do you need help? Do you need structure in your life? Do you just go without food all day and then eat all of the wrong things because you're absolutely starving? And then do you turn to drink, drugs, you know, whatever it is you might do? That's where you need to focus your time onto. Pick the biggest one that you do wrong and go, actually, I'm a pisshead, so I've got to stop the drink, because that normally leads to food as well, and that's why you're overweight. And it's the same thing. So whatever problem you've got in business, put that problem down on a bit of paper and go, right, why is that? What's the root cause of it? And be brutally honest. And the people that get the most honest in business are the people that get the most growth, because you tackle the problem head on. You're not masking up your ego or your insecurities. You're going, right, that is where I fuck up. This is what I need to improve on. So hope it helps, guys. If you would like some genuine, decent, honest, free advice with your business, I've got a free business mentorship over 30 days. You can click the link below this video, sign up to that. So see you in the next video. Bosh.